range, you know, on that hand, but it's something that'll just clean the audio up and it'll be 100-fold better. You guys hear that? You hear that? That's crazy. So anyways, go ahead and grab yourself the Rode Micro. That thing just really threw me off right now, but what's up, everybody? It's your boy Curtis G here with another edition of the Photographer's Journal, and I just wanted to chop it up with you guys today about what I keep in my camera bag as an everyday carry. As you already know, I primarily do landscape photography and the occasional event for clients on the side. So here we go. Let's get into it and chop it up about what I keep in my camera bag. First and foremost, the most important thing in my bag is my camera. This is the only camera that I have. It's a Nikon SB700, aka Natalia. It's my baby. This camera, I've been using it for the past couple of years. It's took care of me with all of my events. Any video, any photo that you've seen on my Instagram, it is all done with Natalia, the Nikon D7100. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love this camera. Next up, Nikon again, the Nikon SB700 speed light. This thing is a workhorse. This thing is amazing. I'm the type of person, when I'm shooting a type of an event that's indoors, I like a very soft light look or something that needs to be illuminated outside. The SB700 takes care of it. It has that wide range. It's a very, very powerful speed light. I highly recommend. If you needed to get something that isn't brand new and you wanted to kind of fall back on the price range, go ahead and grab you the SB700. I know they've got the 8 and the 9 and maybe even the 1000 out now, but the SB700 still works like a champ. Go ahead and grab this. You will not be disappointed. Third thing that I keep in my camera bag is the Tokina wide angle lens 11-16 f2.8. This baby right here is amazing. I call her the windy wide angle, and let me tell you, when I first was primarily transitioning to just doing landscape photography, I hadn't really been using this lens, but as I got into the craft more and more, this lens has really shown itself to be highly valuable. I say that because if you have a rising sun or a moon way over here in the corner of your shot, but there's something in the foreground or something way over here that needs to be caught in the frame as well, the windy wide angle, a wide angle lens, has always proven to be amazing for me. As a matter of fact, one of the dopest shots I've ever been able to get is the end-to-end full rainbow right over a beach here in San Diego, California, and this is the shot thanks to windy wide angle right here. Amazing, amazing shot. I have never seen end-to-end rainbow all the way across like that in my entire life, and I wouldn't have been able to capture that shot if it wasn't for the windy wide angle. So I highly recommend for my landscape photographers out there, or even people that do events where there's a lot of bodies in a small place, go ahead and grab you a wide angle lens. You won't be disappointed. Next up, my most widely used lens, my most practical lens for anybody getting into any style, stage, or photography. Doesn't matter what type of shooting you're going to be doing, grab yourself a 24-70 lens. This by far, to me, in my own opinion, is the most practical lens ever to shoot with. It has never, it will never leave my camera bag. This is one of my key components to everyday carry. It stays in the bag, it never leaves. It's never a second thought on whether or not I should bring this. The 24-70 will hold you down in almost all situations that you'll find yourself in as a photographer. All right, the next thing I keep in my everyday carry in my camera bag is the Anchor portable charger for devices like iPads, iPhones, and things of that nature. This comes in so handy, especially if you've been running around all day having to do something else. If you work full time, if you're taking care of errands and all that, you ended up having a shoot at the end of the day, you've been using your cell phone, this will come in clutch. I think it powers up the iPhone 10 at least 7 to 8 times full charge. So I highly recommend grabbing these, or grabbing one of these, if you're a photographer that has to be out all day. You know the shoot isn't going to be an hour or 2 hours. You know you've got a full day ahead of you. You won't be back home. You won't be near a power source. The Anchor has yet to let me down. Grab one. The next thing that stays, not necessarily in the camera bag, but definitely with the camera bag, is my Manfrotto Tripod. This is one of the more lighter ones, more simpler ones. It has a handle type style where you could just rotate it for videography shots, or even just keeping it stationary for photography shots. This thing, it's cool. It's not the best tripod out there, but it definitely gets the job done when I'm doing longer exposures, when I'm setting up on the beach, or I'm getting the sun setting, or I'm doing a hyperlapse or photo lapse, whatever the case may be. The Manfrotto Tripod is something that stays in my camera bag, and as any landscape photographer will tell you, or pretty much any photographer period, this is a core staple to keeping your everyday carry. So go ahead, grab one, do a little bit of research, get you one that you know is gonna stick with you for a while, but Manfrotto Tripod stays in the camera bag. The next thing I keep in my camera bag is a ProMaster ND filter right here. I only have one. I just started getting into these. Wanted to take my photography, landscape photography, to another level, getting that nice silky glass look with still water, or even having a bit more time as the sun is rising to capture shots. The ND filter has definitely took my craft and my skill to the next level. My favorite shot that I've gotten using the ND filter is one that I just posted on my Instagram. This is it right here, a part of the Blue Magic pack. It's an amazing shot. I wouldn't have been able to capture it if it wasn't for this ND filter. So if you haven't got one yet, and most of us out there should have one already in our everyday carry or in our camera bags, take some time, do a little bit of homework, and go ahead and grab you an ND filter. For us landscape photographers out there, where timing is everything, as it comes with dealing with the sun rising or the sun setting and things of that nature, an ND filter definitely will buy you more time. Grab one, grab one. Okay, the next thing that I keep in my camera bag is this SD card reader. What you can do is plug the SD card right in here, plug this up to your iPhone, and transfer the pictures right over. I know a lot of the newer cameras have technology where you can just wirelessly transfer it, so whether your camera has that or if it doesn't, get one of these. The reason why I have this in my bag is, like I said before, sometimes from time to time I do events, and there are times where I take a picture of someone or a group of people and the client really wants the picture right then and there on the spot. This allows me to transfer it to my phone. I can do some quick editing on like the Lightroom app and then send it over to the client. So this is clutch, this is handy. In the age where cell phones paired with social media are dominating, especially putting emphasis on the turnaround time for event photographers and getting things back to their clients, this is a must-have. It'll keep you very competitive, it'll keep you right there in the moment, and even if you wanted to post things on your own social for an event that you're covering, this will take care of you. But like I said, a lot of the newer cameras already have some type of wireless technology where you can just seamlessly transfer to your phone. But if you happen to have a camera style that does not have that, grab this for instantaneous transfer. Next thing that I keep in my camera bag, and one of the coolest things that I keep in my camera bag, is this Zee Smooth 3, which is a handheld stabilizer for the phone. I show you how it works right now, but I'm actually recording on my iPhone. And the reason why I have it in my camera bag is because I work with a buddy, I work with my partner, the kid DC. I'll put a link to his Instagram right in the description of this video, and there's his Instagram name. We work together, we do both photography and videography for clients for events. And so while he's primarily using his camera, his DSLR, to get the main video footage, from time to time, I might just throw my iPhone on this and just get some random B-roll or handheld shots to give that more immersive look when adding to his overall video capture. All right, the next thing I keep in my camera bag is at least 1, 2, or 3 sets of rechargeable batteries, depending on the length of the event or how long I'll be out shooting. Rechargeable batteries are a must-have. As you already know, using a speed light with 4 AA batteries, if you're out there shooting for a while, those batteries will eventually give out on you, and it can become quite costly if you're always having to buy AA batteries. Just go ahead, save yourself some time, save yourself a lot of money, because it will add up in the long run, and get yourself a couple sets of rechargeable batteries. and it will always come in handy for you, especially if you're an event photographer, especially if you do things indoors that need a speed light where you're constantly shooting. These rechargeable batteries will always come in clutch. So I just realized you guys haven't even seen what camera bag I use, and that's primarily because I do have different camera bags that I use for different style events, especially if I know that I'm going to be doing something that is heavy photography, heavy videography. We're going to be shooting for some hours. There's an entirely different bag that I use specifically for that. But for my everyday carry, my everyday go out landscape photography, the camera bag that I do use is the Amode Camera Bag backpack. I really like this bag because it looks just like a backpack. It's very discreet, very inconspicuous. Nobody knows that you're just transporting a lot of glass, a lot of expensive camera equipment and things of that nature in there. What I really like is there's two entry points to get to your camera body and lenses. The first is this right here, kind of a standard look that we all see, for the camera body attached with the lens. You have the compartments here where you can put your other lenses in or other pieces of equipment. But then the super cool thing about this bag is you can actually access your camera right here with this side entry zipper. So that's pretty dope. You've got 2 points of entry, and the fact that it's strategically placed on the side allows you to treat the backpack like a sling strap right over the shoulder, so you can just swing it around and get to your camera body that way. The next thing about this bag that's super cool is the top part. Pretty spacious compartment. You can slide a 15-inch laptop right in the back there, and there's even a zipper for smaller things like SD cards, camera lens wipes, things of that nature. So I'll do a different angle, different shot for you guys to check out how I put everything in this camera bag for my everyday carry. And that about wraps it up. A couple of other things I might show you guys as I do the wrap-up video so you see how everything goes into the camera bag, but I just wanted to chop it up and show you what I use as a landscape/hybrid shooter photographer. My primary focus, of course, is the landscape photos, but I do video events and photography events as well. So those are the key things that I use for my photography bag as somebody who is like a hybrid shooter or identifies as a hybrid shooter. I'll check you guys out very soon. Peace, love, happiness. Have a great day. And then the pretty dope thing about this bag, it actually has a side entry or a side opening right there to open and take out the camera, so I could use the straps as just like a sling and have it as a shoulder cross strap, so I could pull it out from the side or from the main. The top of the camera bag has a nice pretty hefty that wasn't planned, but as you know, I learned I also keep my brush in my camera bag too, just to go with the waves to keep them, you know, nice and trained and get the 360 waving going on.